All right, Michael, what are we doing today?
Well, today we're back in the GT again, and we're going to try and smash out the fuel system in this thing. This is the biggest fuel cap I have ever seen in my entire life. Look at the size of it. Anyway, so the plan is today we want to try and get the fuel system ran. So last week we finished off the exhaust and got all that done. We're in the middle of that. we're actually filming that concurrently at the minute, so we're filming them both at the same time. So bear with us because it's going to look a bit odd, but we're doing this to save some time. So we're moving on to fuel. We're going to try and get the fuel system done because once the fuel system is done, exhaust is done, all we'll have left is pretty much electrical and then just like engine plumbing. And then it should be pretty much ready to fire.
Yes.
This fuel system is not a very complicated one. It's a pretty basic thing. We're still using a mechanical pump. We're not using an electrical pump or anything like that. So
I don't even think it returns.
No, there's no return line. It's just one line that goes from the tank to the front. We're going to make that line out of aluminium hard line. You can buy a reproduced hard line for these things, but like $400, and like we're pretty good at hard lines, so we figured, you know what, let's try and save $400 if we can for poor old Rodney, and we'll make our own today, and also show you guys at home what it's like to make a hard line. We've never really made a hard line from front to rear, so it's going to be interesting.
No, this is going to be very interesting.
That's pretty much it really, it's just a line from front to back, put a filter in. We also need to pull the fuel tank out as well too, because we need to put a sender in as well. So we mocked up the fuel tank a year ago now in the boot of this thing. We need to pull that out, put that in, and then we're going to seal the tank in place as well too, because we never sealed it because we knew it was coming out. Hopefully a quick one, and hopefully an easy one. We'll see how it goes.
We tapped these out when we originally did this.
Oh, we did too. Good memory.
Yeah. So it should just be
so that you're saying
simple as a bit of elastic.
They're not just tech screwed in, is what you're saying?
Yes, they're not just tech screwed in. I don't remember if this was heavy or not.
You're about to find out. Now, do I remember this is the big tank or little tank? I don't remember, do you?
Oh, I think it's the big one.
I don't know if the big one didn't have a spare wheel.
Yeah, now that you've said that, I don't think the big racing tank would have a spare wheel.
Yeah, I don't reckon it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know, Ford.
Who knows?
So going way back, this is a brand new tank that Rodney bought.
So there's no flushing, there's no cleaning. It's how we like it. Shove a sender in it.
Please tell me we have the lock king tab. What's the bet that we don't? Oh. Hey! You had me. You had me going for a minute there.
This is how fuel systems should be. A little filter, and then a little elbow, and then just straight to the carby.
Yeah.
Simples.
Give us a look at it. I want to see.
It goes that way.
Little brass float. Looks alright.
We've got a little O-ring. Does it go on this? Oh no, I reckon that just pushes on that. No, or does it go under that? Yeah, so it has to go that direction.
Seal's gonna have to go underneath it. Yeah, that seal will have to go underneath it.
Yeah, because that goes like that. I just got to tap it past this little ring. See that? There you go.
Goes that way, yeah?
Yeah.
It's probably a tool for this.
Yeah.
Right there.
Lovely.
I reckon.
Oh, that's pushed nicely on it.
Give it a little love tap here.
Just sealing the flap up.
Yep. It's like a boat. You're now ready for voyage. Hey, we're off to a good start. Something fit. Something fit.
So now we can put this in, and then we'll look at the filler neck because I want to paint the filler neck black.
I think we'll do that now, yeah.
So we'll just make sure that this all works because I want to sand this and paint it black because you see this.
Yeah, it's going to be very soon.
I might even wire wheel it all up and make it look pretty.
Mark, the rains are here.
Hey, this is easy.
Today's a good day so far.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Explain.
So what we're going to do now is, as you can see, I'm standing in the car right now. So this is open to the weather and this will leak if we don't seal this. So when we first dropped this tank in, everyone said, hey, you got to seal it or else it's going to leak. We knew that. We didn't have any mastic at the time. A year later, we have mastic. Now we're going to run just a bead along it, drop the tank in, screw it back down, keep moving with this build. I'm going to be fairly liberal with it.
Is this one of those TikTok caulking videos?
Definitely not, because I'm hoping we don't run out. Because if we run out, half will be mastic and half will be silicone.
Bathroom.
Yeah. So the reason why we're using mastic as well too is so that the sucker comes out if we ever need to fix it for any reason, or we've installed this wrong and we need to fix it later. Mastic doesn't go hard.
Stays soft.
But it does stay waterproof. As far as I know.
Oh, that's right, it's a lid there, catch it.
Yeah.
No, it's bad.
That's it. I reckon we're going to look at this filler neck now so we can paint that and let that dry, and then I reckon we might start making some hard line.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Right, so this is our filler neck and it's going to go right there, so I don't see any problem with that working. So clean it up, paint it black.
Yep. Secure little dot.
Yeah. Don't breathe.
Alright, cool. What are we doing now?
Hardline.
Alright.
So for the rest of this stuff, we ordered some stuff through Tiperformance. We have some hardline, plenty of it, because we're bound to make a mistake.
Damn, that's big fuel line.
Yeah, it's 3/8 line.
Wow.
Because like this whole car, even the fuel what comes out of the centre is 3/8,
Oh, okay.
and what goes in. So
Yeah.
3/8's what we're going to run. This is a cash cam for the VY, but that's for another project. So we don't need that one right now. Don't need that one either. That's for another project. But then all the rest is what we're going to need for some of this. We have a filter, so this is the same sort of filter that I've used on the panel van and stuff. It's just a 3/8 30 micron filter. I think they're usually fine for carby vehicles. This will be perfect. And it's also washable too, so you can take it out and clean it if you need to. I have a bunch of P-clips to hold this hardline in place. And the hardline fittings we're going to reuse from what we've already got in stock. So hopefully we've got everything here to make up what we need. I just need to find some fuel line. Okay, so we've had a look using the Googles on how they run their fuel lines in this thing. It's actually completely different to how we would have thought. We were sort of thinking, okay, it's got to run down the middle of the car, similar to like most other cars, I guess, but it doesn't. So what the fuel line does is it comes out here, it goes across onto the outside of this frame here, it then runs down the frame, comes down to somewhere here, jumps into this little sill here and goes highway to hell all the way up to here. So then once it runs up here, it goes off the rail there, up here, ducks underneath the control arm here, and then shoots through there and goes directly to the mechanical fuel pump. So, no, nothing like what we thought it was going to be, but it actually allows us to do this job a little bit easier than we thought we were going to do. Instead of making one full line, where we've got to have like a lot of complicated bends and then a lot of complicated bends in that way, we're going to split this into two halves, a front and a back section. How we're going to do that is we're going to have the filter in the middle of those sections. That allows us to go from like hardline, softline filter, softline, hardline. Where we're going to put that filter is right here. These filters are really good because they're pretty compact and pretty tiny. So what we can do is you use a little P-clip like that, we can put it right here, and this will allow us to go, transition from softline to hardline and make our hardline go that way, softline to hardline and hardline go that way. So now we're going to pick a side. Which end do you want to do and which end do I want to do? I'll take the front. I'm happy to take the front because I know that's what you don't want to do.
Yeah, I don't want to do the front.
Yeah, start making some bends and see what we end up with, I suppose.
Alright, let's do it.
I always forget how to do the front and remember how to do this stuff. Oh, I've committed. I've made a commitment here. Why did we just buy the line? I don't know. Ain't nobody got time for the match today. And text screws Oh, the devil's work. Doing up the peak, it takes forever. Alright, how are we looking?
Looking good.
Just about done?
Yeah, mine's done. I just got to take it off, bubble some ends, and then put it in.
Yep.
With some spring washers on the nutserts. Comes around there, then it comes up to there to a P-clip, then it goes around the wheel arch there, bends down there, and then straight to where we're going to run our filter.
Yep, so you can see.
And then I've just kinked it off a bit, so there's a bit of...
Yeah, I've done the same there as well.
Ah, yeah, nice.
Alright, so what we're doing here is we're using a brake flaring tool to just create the smallest little bubble that we can possibly make, just to make some sort of a lip so that it does grip. Being carby doesn't matter too much, but we just want to put a little bit of a lip. Put the hose on first. Put the hose on first. E85 safe, just in case Rod ever decides to go E85. Done.
Alright, that's it. Fuel lines are all done. Thank God we did a quick Google, because Michael found photos of exactly where it ran and we copied it to our style. So yeah, it goes in there. We don't have any grommets to suit that size, but we will. It would be nice if we could get one like this.
Yeah, we just need to get a grommet for that.
It runs along here. We've got our filter in here. We've just ended up just using soft line just to break that. It runs along here, up in here.
Where's it go?
Runs across there, down, and then out into the tank.
Yeah, so yeah, this is pretty much following factory location, which is good. Obviously not using factory P-clips, but these are probably better because they are rubber insulated as well too.
And it looks really good.
Turned out really well.
I'm really happy with it.
It actually wasn't nearly as bad as what I thought it was going to be to make, so
Yeah.
it turned out alright.
Alright, we're going to put the filler neck in. We're trying to figure out which way it goes. But by the looks of it, it looks like it goes down and in. Sure it goes that way?
Well, it has to because the holes are smaller on the body than they are on here. So it's got to screw into
yeah.
something. Do you want some spray? Do you want the magic rubber spray?
That's right, I got it.
Just those man mitts of his. Do you want some spray?
There we go. I don't need no spray, god damn it!
He was never going to admit it. Even if he did, he wasn't going to admit that.
I was never going to use the spray. It's crazy to think that these cars are pretty much held together with self-tappers.
I know, right? So much of it.
God, it really does my head in that it's from the you see the bolts this way.
Yeah, but not when the cap's on.
Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, true. Oh, because the cap is one.
The biggest cap in the world.
All right, your turn.
So the bezels that we've got to fit on this, the pins don't line up exactly because this has been painted and then bogged over right in this section here. So I've got to drill the holes out just a little bit bigger than what they already are. So I'm putting some tape over so that I don't crack the paint, I'm hoping. Then we should put that on. I'm going to scoop that as well too because otherwise it'll leak in. I'm not going much bigger, just a little bit bigger just to be able to give us a bit of room to play with. There's the bog.
Third time's a charm. Hey, yep. Nice.
So we're using our good old friend again because it'll seal and it has the option of coming off if need be. There we go. Easy as that. Alright. Now you got these little tiny clips.
Oh yeah, you gotta push them on.
Push clips wherever they are.
Yeah, alright. Let's just leave it like that.
Okay. That's in?
Yeah.
Alright, well that's in. We have our pins in. That's worked. Now, pistol resistance. The good thing about this cap is, if you get bored, you could use it as a frisbee. Or a shot put.
That's grouse, isn't it?
It's freaking huge, look at it. Wow.
Oh, there we go. Bottom
Yeah,
down, so
yeah.
it's in line. Oh, that's cool.
Alright, well, all that's left to do now is do the engine, but we're running out of time for today.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
So we're going to have to come back another day and finish the engine off then. You're
I'm
in love
wrapped
with
with that.
You're in love with it, aren't you?
It looks good. Yeah, I love it. It's nice.
All right.
All right,
Till another day.
till another day.
What are we doing today, Nathan?
What we're doing today is we're finishing off this bloody fuel system and possibly the handbrake. Wait, this is all in the same episode,
Yeah.
but it's another day. We've already ran the lines from the tank. Everything is already ran up through here. So all we need to do is make a little simple hose that goes from our fuel line to our fuel pump. And then we've got to go to the rail here off the carby.
Yep.
So we're going to make a nice little hard line that'll just come around the rad hose and then just go down straight into there.
Yep.
Simple.
Yeah, very similar to what we did with the Sandman engine.
Yes, very similar. And then the fuel system is done.
Yep.
I love working with mechanical pumps.
Yeah, it is
So
easy.
easy.
But what we need to do that is we need to go basically like these are hardline fittings here. That's one of them. Got another one. Another one.
Do we have a 90?
That's what I'm looking for. I think we have a 90, so I didn't order it. We do in there somewhere. But these fittings, these are designed, these are designed to obviously go to hardline, and this is hose end, so this is what connects onto whatever it is you're connecting to. Now the trouble is with these mechanical fuel pumps, they obviously don't have something that you can just screw onto, so you need an adapter. I had a hell of a lot of issue trying to figure out which adapter I'm going to need to actually bolt into the mechanical fuel pump to then convert it to an AN line, so then this will screw on like that. Turns out what it was in this mechanical fuel pump, it's a -5 fitting or -5 thread. I don't remember off the top of my head what that is, but it's a strange thread, and luckily Tiperformance stock it, not as any other fitting, but a fitting that actually is used for power steering racks.
And it's a female flare as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's got a
Yes.
female flare on the inside, so hopefully, I'm really hoping this bolts onto our pump, because the pumps have like a little male flare inside. So this is the way that we're going to try and do it. Hopefully it works. The threads match. I actually haven't tested it on the car yet, so let's go have a look to see if it does fit, and indeed whether we can use it. So this is where the fitting needs to go. And yes, the thread matches, so that's a good start. All right, so it bolts up tight. Doesn't go all the way in, but it's hitting, there's a flare in there.
There's a flare in there.
And a thread as well.
Alright, looks like it's doing up.
All right, so this is what we need to go off the pump, head up towards the rail.
Yeah.
I don't know if you call it a rail, but head up towards the carby. All right, so with the hardline, in all our years of experience with hardline, basically the easiest way to do this is by actually taking the end fittings off here, the flare nut and the little olive in there, get rid of them, sit them aside, and sit these in place, and that way you can slip your tube into like there, so you know exactly what your final length's going to be. So for this end here, this used to have a barb fitting on here, which would go to just like a soft line, but we'll swap that out with a Raceworks orb fitting, which will send it to -6. So we'll screw that on there. We're going to come straight out with it. And then this one, we're going to put down here. So that's where that's going to go. And now we're just going to run our line up through here and 90 it. So what I'm going to do is I'll do the 90 first, because then we can just cut the tail to where it is. We don't have to worry about any math, trying to figure out where to make the bend. We'll just cut it.
Yeah.
And then we'll just figure out what we need down there.
Done.
Easiest way to do it. Thank you, kind sir. So we probably only want like 600 on it.
Maybe just give a bit more. Maybe go 650 or 700.
Easy to make it shorter, harder to make it longer.
Man, that looks like Ford factory bent that. We should get a little Ford stamp and
little yellow paint
a
mark.
little paint marker.
Right, okay on it. I'm really winging it here.
I was gonna say, you're really going to town, like.
Put it on, do it, find little jiggy bends and stuff like that, and that should be good to go. Alright, so that is buttoned up. I don't know if I love it, because I'm not exactly thrilled on how far off the motor it comes, looks a bit strange, but I think once we've got hoses and everything and the engine bay is a bit more full, it'll look fine. It just looks a bit like running in the middle of nowhere at the moment, but that's not a bad thing because I think that also helps with like fuel boiling and stuff like that. If it's too close to the block, sometimes you might get fuel boiling. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to call it anyway. That's why I did it like this. Worst case, I kind of feel like we might have to revisit this anyway because we don't know where these hoses are going to go. So if they are an issue, we might have to change it later. But this is just a, you know, I think it'll be okay. But if it's not, we'll worry about it later.
Yeah.
So we'll put this line on real quick, and then the fuel system is done.
Sick.
All right. So now Nathan's taking care of the hard line.
Yeah.
Sorry, the hard piece.
The hard piece. Yeah, I was going to say, I found this little bit of scrap, and it worked perfectly.
Yep.
No, just kidding. I cut it. All right. And I need to put the hose clip.
I was going to say, you put the hose clips on.
I almost got too cocky. Too easy.
Lovely. Do them up, and with that, fuel system done.
Nah, I can't copy him.
Lovely.
Done. That
Done.
is fuel system done and sorted.
How good is easy fuel systems when it just comes to carby? One line, no return.
So easy.
Yeah.
So now, that means we are back to the shit job.
Handbrake.
The handbrake. Let's get that handbrake done today.
Yep.
And then we'll call it a day. So Rodney bought a kit. Genuine.
Yeah.
Don't know how genuine that is. So that will help us finish off the handbrake.
Yep.
And then that means we're pretty much done mechanically, sort of, you know, that sort of wise. And we can look at wiring up this engine.
Yes.
So let's get this done.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, exactly.
So we think we know how this goes, but we're not 100% sure we know where it goes.
Got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. And that's it.
Pull the cable.
Oh, yeah. I just found a photo too. Just say, hey, I found the photo. Yeah, for everyone asking about what sort of paint we used on the exhaust here,
Deluxe.
it's just Dulux enamel. It's not meant for exhaust or anything like that specifically. It's just black paint. But it's primer. It's primer paint wherever it is all in one.
Yeah, it's prep and paint.
Yeah, prep and paint.
Primer and paint.
We've used it, not this gloss, but we used it on like that sort of paint on all our projects, and we've never had an issue yet.
I wonder if it had little guides along the floor.
Nah, they usually just rub and grind.
Human handbrake. All right.
Let's do this front section.
Yeah, let's do the front section. You've got this all in your mind.
Yeah, I know how it works, so we're all good.
A bit of leverage on that bad boy.
I know, right? So I'm just going up a photo here. And that goes to there.
Oh, this looks very simple.
It's nowhere near as complicated as what we thought it was going to be, to be honest. There we go. All right.
When in doubt, King's hammer it out, mate.
Don't tell me how to put this on first. Looks like I did have to put this on first.
Oh, does it have to go the other way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now we get this guy.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
We hook that way on.
Oh, simple. Very simple.
Simples. All right, leave it loose a minute because this guy
goes on the other side.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Everybody pull.
I wonder if the handbrake is pulled up top, which I don't think it is.
No, we pushed it all the way in, so it should be released. Go. More!
I mean, we can go more, but we might snap it.
It's not moving. It's not moving. It's probably like we're doing this really wrong or something. Obviously.
Yeah. It should no way be this tight.
Should brought the bungee.
Oh shit,
There we go.
yeah, go more. More.
I'm hanging off it.
Alright, where's the nut?
Hurry.
There. Can you hang off it more? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, all good. Like
You know what next bit is though?
Oh no.
Oh, no, that
that's
works.
easy. That's
Okay.
easy. Alright, let go.
Well, that works.
Very nice.
Isn't it amazing, like leverage? how hard that was to pull, but then this handle here is
It's nothing.
super easy.
Yeah. Pin it back. Then you can just click it down.
Alright, well, the mechanism is all in. The wheels are currently locked on. So the handbrake is working. But we don't remember whether we've released the handbrake from up top, so maybe that's why we had so much trouble, but...
I definitely think it's released.
Well, yeah, so do I, but let's bring it down and we'll put someone up in there.
Yeah, we'll put someone up there.
Hey, Daniel.
And we will just both click them back.
Yeah.
Until they roll with the handbrake off, and then when he pulls the handbrake, it clamps.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Yep. Go again. So it was released. There's our handbrake, yep. Now you release that. Alright, so go all the way down. We'll send him up in the car.
Way too tight. Yeah.
Alright, Daniel, pull the handbrake now.
That sounded better.
That's locked. How far out is it?
It's about where it should be. It's like halfway between full and...
Okay, I reckon we're good there then.
Can you turn it?
No.
Okay. We may need to readjust this once everything stretches in and gets familiar with each other.
Yeah.
But for now, we have a working handbrake. Well
I
done.
reckon that'll work.
Alright, let's call it a day. See you later.
Done.
See you, Daniel.
See you, Daniel. Actually, do that again. I want to see it again.
Everything's working the way it should.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Damn! That's pretty much the floor on this car done. This
Yeah.
is the last you're going to be seeing underneath this car.
No, it's not.
Until we did the clutch wrong or something. We didn't do the clutch.
We did do the clutch. We put it in.
Did we?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Unless something goes wrong with the clutch. But that is it for the underneath of this car.
Alright, I'm happy with that. I think everything's turned out pretty good.
It looks swell.
I'm happy with the fuel system and the rail and the line and everything we made. Alright, let's bring it down and wrap this up.
Call it a day. And then keep working through the night.
Yes.
Alright, let's cap today's episode off.
Alright, so with that is the fuel system done in this thing. Nathan's laughing at this.
So corny.
And handbrake as well too, and a few other little bits and bobs that we finished off on this thing. So seeing that finish means that this thing is getting really, really close. Really close to first fire. Basically all that's left now is to plumb up the engine, you know, radiator hoses, spark plugs, leads, obviously electrical as well too, which I might try and do off camera because a lot of that's just laying over the loom that we got and it's kind of boring, but I gotta wrap my head around that as well too. But yeah, that's it's awesome to finally see some progress done in this thing, to button something up and say that we've gotten somewhere with this. Underneath it actually looks like somewhat of a real car now. Yeah. So now that that's done, we can focus on the top end and get all that done. Yeah, I hope you liked the episode. If you have, please consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel. It really goes a long way to helping us out. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, which would be really helpful, if you could head on over to the website, buy a bunch of merch. We have t-shirts like this, Pro Hack, back our build performance, which is obviously ironic because that's not what we do yet. We have our standard OG t-shirts, all different kind of designs as well too. We have also women's and kid t-shirts as well too, if you're interested in any of those as well. And stickers, fender covers, all that goes a really long way to helping us do what we do here and help fund the next project that we have on the way here, which is a really, really big project. Something that we're excited to share with you guys pretty soon. And I'm not talking about the car out there.
What are you talking about?
About the thing that we're building, the whole thing.
Oh, yes.
So, yes. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. We got a word of the day for this one? I don't know if we did. Let's cap it off. Word of the day is cap.
We're capping the
For
episode.
the world's biggest and chunkiest bedazzled fuel tank filler cap I've ever seen.
And then America goes, oh yeah.
I love it. Like, look at the size of it. And that's
And then
what's
it's
actually
tiny
doing
little
the ceiling. Anyway, looks good.
Does look good.
I like it. Alright, until the next episode, I don't know what that is yet, we're still working that out. Actually, no, we're about to film it right now and work through the night, which means we need to order some pizza.
Yeah.
Alright, until we see the next episode. You'll have to excuse the rain as well too today, folks.
It's back to winter.
It's back to winter.
Month of summer.
Yeah. Now 3 days of summer were great, but now it's time to get back to the rain.
You know what never got confirmed?
What?
Does it get painted?
Oh yeah, we don't know. Well, you know what? No, it doesn't. You know how we know that?
How?
Because it's been a year since we installed it. It's
And it
been out
hasn't
in the weather
rusted.
and it hasn't rusted.
Done. Alright, Ready?
Yeah. Oh god, all I can see is the light shining in my eyes.
Oh, that's not even a song. I made that up.
You can also wear it as a hat.
As a hat. Michael can start looking at the bird's nest of wiring, which is not really a bird's nest. There's like 5 wires.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but you're not the one putting your hand up to wire it now, are you?
You know, if you need me to crimp on a few things, I can do.
You know what? I'm more excited about doing the wiring for that thing underneath the covers over there.
Ooh, that's finally here. Oh man, that's exciting, that one. It's finally made it here.
I wonder if people can guess what it is.
Oh, there's no way.
Can anyone guess what's underneath the covers?
They'll know if they see the
Hey.
They'll know if they see the stocky.
Next project, next major project. I wonder if anyone's going to know what it is.
Yeah, and the engine's sitting in the back too.
Yes.
Ooh, excited. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going Bender, you better move. You wanna dance.
Did we put these together or did somebody else? Mustn't have been us because it looks right.
Tequila! When this thing chops Commodores and stuff, they need to know, you know, they need to see some brake lights. You know, you need to hit the hazards and let them know that you won, not Daniel's Commodore.
Daniel, not Commodore. All right, Mr. Alice, 1 turbo.